I'd say God save us, but there's a bunch of us to choose from in this setting, and none of them are liable to help.
Alright, we are back with another week of D20 Brigade. Like I said, only the four of us. We're missing two. For us, it's been 2 weeks away. For you guys, you have missed a day. So we're just going to keep going with that straight. We ended last week with us in the party of Austin Veidt and his rebellion against his mother, Amaranth, as well. He's also the captain of the Dagger's Crest.
Rebellions all around.
There was a small there was a lockdown happening in the city, and we know at this point that Lillian and Fia's father is sort of the voice for the people for right now. He's supposed to sort of give a speech as to why the lockdown's in place. So we start kind of today back down in the tunnels under that tree.
Okay.
And you see preparations start to get made and people milling about. Some of them are loading weapons up, and it's really starting to get busy. Dan, you wanted a map last time, so you should be seeing that now.
Probably. Give me a moment.
I see a panda person in the tree.
That's why I said it was going to be ironic. Those are they're supposed to be happy pandas, and her parents are not happy people.
I don't see a map.
You should see a map. Did
Here's
you?
a panda.
This map?
Huh?
Where am I looking for this map?
I was going to say, like, you should be on the map right now, currently.
Oh,
Where's our character?
yes.
Not there yet, because I'm using that as a frame of reference at this current point.
The trees, the dirt, right?
Yeah, the trees in the dirt. Yes, they should see that.
Holy shit.
Where's that?
Like, all we have to do is, like, send in an army of city planners. Hey, how many gold pieces does it take to hire a civil architect? Civil engineer, rather.
I'm going to have to get back to you on that one. I would say, considering if you really want to, I mean, hey, you can hire him for about 200 gold in, a month. But at the same time, your tunnel won't start for like 3 years, and it's going to take about 10 years to get over to that part of the city. So your better bet is to try and not hire them.
What? To build the tunnel? No, I'm not hiring them for that. I mean, their layout is one street with like 6 buildings, right? That's what we're looking at? I'm pretty sure all I have to do is like, post pretty pictures of the improvement to vote me president of the city council or whatever it is elves do.
Well, this is a more close-up view of one street in the city. This is him drawing. The idea is he's drawing this on a small portion of and he only has a little bit to work with.
But I wanted to make elaborate, vaguely racist elf jokes.
We can still do this. As he's sort of drawing in the sand, Austin is, as you see, about 6 men with crossbows go up the ladder.
Huh?
And it's sort of, you see like a number of people just preparing for some kind of situation. He looks at everyone sitting around the drawing. Okay. This tree here is where the Delanes are. 2 guards on each end of the street, just before they turn the other ones.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing.
What's our scale here?
Huh?
What's our scale here?
The scale for what you're seeing is probably about, I would say, 30 to 1. Not 30 to 1, like 6. It's roughly the size of your desk. Sorry. I mean, the scale on the drawing, I mean, it's pretty small. Like you can make enough adjustments, and if you're trying to plan out something. So if you want to draw on it, go right ahead.
What I'm asking is, are the 2 guards in the street like 20 feet apart or like 100 feet?
Okay. I see what you're asking. The 2 guards apart are about Yeah, the drawing here is 1-to-1, so the rangefinder you're doing is accurate.
Okay. Excellent. So if I shank one successfully, the other one might not notice.
Right.
If it's quiet. And you know something like
Well, better do sentry takedowns.
Right, so that he won't notice. The street itself is fairly unoccupied. The big thing that we're worrying about here is the guards in this tree here.
Okay. So we get the patrollers at the outside of their range. I see no reason to visit this awful bit of tree ever, considering the dudes we're after are in here.
That's the only reason they're there is if those two start screaming. It's a panic button.
Okay, so we don't go in loud. All I'm seeing is we have to take out like 4 guys. We don't even have to kill them if we don't really want to.
This is what Dan Thalane slowly pumps up. Don't you also have a way to distract those guards?
Oh yeah, I'm sure I could show up and be entertaining. I know a guy or 6.
You have a flaming guitar thing.
He also has enough kobolds.
Like I said, I know a guy or 6.
Kobolds.
Superior entertainers,
Kobold
truly.
is my baby.
Austin looks at you guys kind of like, okay, she said you were capable, but I didn't think that capable. He then turns around for a second, starts barking orders in ancient Elvish. As more people start going up to the stairs, 3 more guys come down and they start conversing for a second. And he says,
What are they saying? Is it gossip?
"You can't. Have you learned ancient Elvish yet?"
As far as I can tell, no time has actually passed in game since last time, so presumably not unless I'm like an unreasonably quick study.
So that you don't.
Suddenly, Dan understands all.
Laws of causality fast.
Well, then you don't understand what they're saying. That's that.
It's really not. Hey, maybe some of maybe the sentence structure and a couple verbs are the same.
You know what? Roll
Can I roll knowledge English major? I'm sure I can find one of those.
You can roll knowledge local or knowledge history. That might be one you could do.
Excellent. Second. I'll go with the local as I actually have ranks in that.
I would recommend more knowledge history though, because knowledge local. You gotta think this is ancient Elvish for a reason.
Yeah, but I don't have any ranks in knowledge history.
Okay, you can try it.
17.
You do pick up a couple familiar words. You hear the words take. One word sounds like a location. It just says street.
Alright.
And then century. That's what those are the words you understand.
Ah, excellent. They are presumably going right into our plans.
They're our allies. Duh.
They say they're our allies. I'm not the one with an evil villain base under a city.
Presumably, Anna did pay for use us as payment to get us north with them. So technically, Anna has not led us astray yet. So
We will trust Anna. Remember, she's my character's really good friend.
But in all fairness, Anna has trusted Snow.
This guy's paranoid as shit.
And in all fairness, Anna trusted Snow.
She's
when your king tells you this is guy to trust, you kind of follow your king.
Oh yeah, you just listen to the king. That worked out so well for the French Revolution.
Well, it's the French. We don't talk about them.
Why are the French ever a
Speaking
good
of smartass.
example?
Anyway, so he turns around. He sends the men back upstairs. He turns around, looks at us. It's time to get moving. Sun's falling down. Sun's falling. I can speak well today. Sun's falling. Sun's falling rapidly. We need to get moving now. And you move upwards. You go up the ladder into the house proper. As you see more men sort of moving through the house, out the front doors, taking sort of quick looks and then moving out.
How many men are we talking? How many men have we seen go up and down that ladder so far?
They're all going. You have seen roughly in the last, since you've gotten here, I would say probably 300 move.
How long have we been there? A couple hours?
Yeah, they're moving rapidly.
Right, we should fuck off. They know where this base is. You don't get 300 people going in and out of a house unless some shady shit is going on there. The enemy knows where our base is because I would, and I can't assume my enemy's an idiot. We should leave now.
I mean, technically you are leaving.
Good. We should leave faster. Before they get, I don't know, someone watching the door and keeping track of who goes in and out.
They could all be ninja and no one could detect their movement. I don't know.
Sure, all we need to do is set up a no play, then we can all wear black outfits and blend in with the stagehands.
Or in a forest, green would be more practical.
She's making a joke with a few, yeah, I know. As you do leave, you do notice 3 men in Solinar garb who are dead.
Just kind of like chilling there in the living room or like in the street?
No, they are actually, you kind of see their feet stuffed under a bush. They're, yeah, upon closer inspection you see there are 3 Solinar guards who...
What skill would I roll to help these clueless motherfuckers actually hide a body? Like, holy shit. Because if I'm seeing the bodies without making a spot check, something's wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't say they were all...
I thought elves were good at subtlety.
He's leading a revolt against his own mother. He's not exactly thinking straight. But these elves, not so great at subtlety. However, if you want to roll...
One line again?
These elves, not so great at subtlety.
Before that, leading a revolt against his own mother, not thinking straight?
Yeah, he's not all that great at it.
I have this awful feeling we're going to get ambushed by the other guy.
We're dead. We're dead. We're all dead.
Dude, he is like divisions worth of guys coming in and out of his basement through his front fucking door. He's actively killing guards and stashing them with their feet sticking out fucking Looney Tunes style under a bush. This guy, well, he ain't exactly a Hannibal in terms of tactics so far. Someone's about to drop the Alps, elephants and all, on top of him.
There's a reason.
We're about to go sneak into a house. It's gonna work out well.
Dan, there's a reason why he looked surprised when he said you were that capable. He doesn't have many men who are.
Oh.
This is kind of like a whole, crap, what's that French musical?
Well, this is more of a problem than I initially imagined.
Les Miserables. Kind of like Les Miserables level revolution.
Yeah. Yeah.
They at least had a cause. And subtlety?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were more subtle than that.
They also had a lot of angry young French dudes going for them.
Yeah, but the town didn't support them. Hopefully the town will support this group. So to the end, like...
If I take the leadership feat, can I go rally up a bunch of young angry Frenchmen?
No.
French elves. French elves.
Anyway. Zarson, do you choose to hide the bodies a little bit better as you move on? Adrian watches you for a second.
Everyone's allowed to ask where I figured out how to hide bodies this well. Got it?
Adrian watches you for a second as you do this. I didn't think my men were that sloppy.
Yeah.
Dude, the feet were poking out from the bush. First rule of hiding the body, hide all of the body. If you cannot hide all of the body in one spot, chop it up or something. I mean, Christ.
Make it into meat pies.
Lillian's just kind of shaking her head in the corner like, oh my god.
What? I seen some shit. You never had to hide a body before?
No. My head shaking's not to you, Sarson. Not to you.
I'm just thinking Sweeney Todd now. Since
Yeah, I know. After you said meat pies, I'm like, huh.
Lots of musical references today.
What is the street we are on again?
Fleet Street? It's gonna be Fleet Street.
Tell me it's not. Because that means I'm pretty sure the guy running this campaign on a tactical level is Johnny Depp, and that's just a bad thing.
Yes, it really is.
Incarnation Johnny Depp is in.
Either way, Black Eyeliner.
I just pictured Johnny Depp with elf ears. Thanks, guys.
First off, there's no incarnation of Johnny Depp that is tactical. Let's just not kid ourselves there. Second off, the street that you're going down, as you sort of lightly take the map out of my pocket, I look at you for a second and glower before looking that you just have the map and say fine. As you look at the map...
What? If I wanted to steal your stuff, I'd wait till we got to where I was going to sell it, then steal it. No point in carrying it.
Yeah.
You could have asked.
Could have. You were busy.
What?
Hauling the bodies.
Anyway, you do see that this the street is it's the Elford Lunaire, which is River Street, which is running right behind this house is a long river.
River Street by the river. Clever name.
Go figure.
No, that's realistically, people are not exactly clever all the time.
Yeah.
Where's that river go? Does it flow out or into the city?
You don't know yet, and the map doesn't tell you. It does, however, show. However, it does show you an outflow in the oceans itself, so you can assume it comes from it flows out of the city.
Okay, so it doesn't say flow through a more inhabited part of the city.
As you look closer, it's...
Okay, let me rephrase this. If I dump the bodies in the river, is it likely that anyone's going to see them floating out to the sea?
Oh, you're okay. Hold on. You're looking at a map of this area. You're not there yet. I just put the tokens there for good measure.
Oh, fine.
This street that you're going to is where you're going.
We have a sorceress. She has acid splash. She could literally melt the bodies.
It only does 1d4. You need a... I mean... look at Breaking Bad. You need like a bathtub full of acid to melt the body, and it takes a few hours.
Yeah.
But I do have fire. We could always...
Science in D&D.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll never work.
Yes. Let's use fire in a forest full of people.
On the body, fucking control.
There's not a lot of dead things, and we don't like make enormous bonfires. We should be okay.
I mean, besides the smell.
Yeah, there's no disguising the smell.
Yeah.
Hair, for one, smells awful.
Yes,
don't wait on fire.
And I can't imagine burning flesh smells well.
Acid splash that'll last for a while and decompose them over time.
It's your call as you sit here and Austin's looking at you. We need to move. Do you want to destroy the bodies or leave them hidden? Because we gotta go.
Yeah, let's hide them for now. Just actually hidden.
Sarson took care of that.
Remember, don't ask. You might find out. I'm gonna make a quick check to see if I can successfully derail the plot for today.
What's this check? What's this check for?
To see if I can derail the plot any further for today.
You fail at that. Now, he leads you through a number of times through different sets of trees, and and then sits back for a second, and takes out a small scope. You do see more men. Actually, no. Everyone roll spot checks right now.
Yay! What's my bonus? Holy freaking so zoomed out. Zoom, zoom, boom.
Why do I always suck at rolling?
Why do you never put your modifier in the roll?
Stephen, I keep forgetting that this campaign's in 3.5, so I keep looking for perception.
I don't know what modifier to use for that. That's why.
Spots. There's an actual spot modifier.
It's a skill.
Seems legit.
It's wisdom based.
So it's your wisdom modifier.
I didn't roll a 1.
Oh, it's a +1. I got a 7.
Okay.
You haven't put any skills in that.
Well, spot, I wouldn't imagine she would, kind of. I mean,
I have many strange and unusual skills.
Well, my wisdom's that. My wisdom's a +1. My spot is a +3.
Ooh, 3.
So I guess I'll go with that.
alright, I think
I put a lot of ranks in mine. I get a +12.
That's good because you rolled a 2.
I know.
Oh my god.
I apparently rolled a 9. Although I think I got the one thing wrong. Yeah, never mind. That's supposed to be a +11, so yeah, that's 16. I don't know why I said for some reason +4.
I don't know.
Me, Simona, and Dan, we do see, Dan actually, as you start surveying the field, you see men kind of going in all directions, doing various tasks. They're all, yeah, the Austin's men, yes.
Good.
You see them kind of going in all directions. As he takes you through house, between houses and everything else, various lights come on. Everyone actually make a hide check.
Hide. Where's Jekyll?
A hide check? I'm good at these. Ish.
If I can actually roll decent.
Close enough.
Why didn't it go?
Oh yeah, it's moved silently. I put all the ranks in too.
Oh no!
What? I mean, not literally all of them, but
Don't
more.
forget the slash.
Oh. Thanks.
One premium baseball.
Ha!
59 cents.
The 17 was your hide check?
Yes.
Okay. Every one of us successfully ducks as a light comes on right around next to the house that we're sort of running past, and we duck under.
What kind of light?
Just a kitchen light.
Yeah.
Like it was someone.
It suddenly comes on, like someone just lit a torch.
Someone lit a torch. As we hide under the window, we
Torches and trees, not smart.
No, that's okay. I'm just trying to make sure these guys don't suddenly have electricity. Because if they have, like, 4 tech levels on us, this is even more of a bad thing.
No, someone lights a torch, and you start hearing whistling, and, like, she's scrubbing pots, and making dinner. And you hear, sounds of someone who doesn't notice us, but is not looking either.
Yeah, close enough.
Considering with their day-to-day lives.
Yes. Eventually, however, we get to a certain point.
People having normal lives, we must disrupt them.
Arson!
Zarson, you, hold on, what's the skill I'm gonna make you roll for this?
If he tries to do something, I'm just gonna...
Does Zarson really want to be playful right now, or is he actually gonna be serious?
That depends. What are you thinking?
Disrupt their day-to-day life.
No, that was me being a smartass. That was out of character.
Okay,
I'm not in character when I talk to this.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to do that or not.
Oh. Presumably helping these people. He's okay, definitely chaotic, but still good.
So eventually, you get to a certain point where Austin raises a fist up in the air and tells everyone to stop quietly. Shh, stop.
Girl in the moon.
Yeah, I agree. Let's punch the air. Fuck the air.
Simple, hand movement like this had to be a fist. Fight the power.
That's not
He
cool.
also says stop. Did I just freeze there?
Yes, you did. But I heard you.
He also says stop.
Stop, stop, Stop.
Uh,
Evil mime.
as he then takes out a small spyglass again and sort of looks down the street, and he points at the first guard. There's number 1.
Elf-eyes see.
What?
What? I asked him what his elf-eyes see.
Oh. He points to the first guard, and you, I'm not going to make you do a spot check for that. Whoops, there we go. Get that back up.
Well, I mean, if he points to it, we kind of know where he's at.
Why are you not working?
Which end of the street are we approaching?
Exactly where you're from. So you're right now behind a tree.
Perhaps.
So he points to the first one.
That end. Okay.
Says, that's number 1. Then he points down. That's number 2. And that house there. And he points to the
Can I just shoot him?
third house on the row. That's where all the guards are stationed.
So he's pointing at that one.
I'm assuming you're pointing the one with all the tokens on it, but yes.
No, I was pinging it.
There it
Yes,
is.
that
You're
house.
glitching.
That house. Goes, yes, that house.
Glitch. I couldn't understand it.
You're frozen to me.
I can hear you normal now.
Okay, we're back to normal.
And Tiff disappeared. Fabulous.
Tiffany?
I'm here. I had him muted. My husband's in his boxers, so I'm pretty sure nobody wanted to see him run across.
Appreciated. We don't want any more dancing pandas.
What about dancing pandas?
Don't look at me and stomp out of the room, child.
When Allie was here one time, Isis decided to get naked and climb on a bunch of boxes. And
Right.
so we had naked baby on camera.
It's little kids. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but
in
Brandon
his-
wasn't naked. He's in his boxers.
Good.
I
No.
still prefer
Presumably,
dancing
he is
pandas.
not a baby.
True. He is not a baby. He is younger than me, but he's not a baby.
Anyway,
Put a dancing panda sticker over the baby.
that's what I'm doing.
Oops.
Anyway, we can get a clear shot from here, Zarson, if you want to take the one down there.
Aye, shoot him.
So they're gonna take this one out, and I'm gonna go down here.
Yep.
Yes. I sneak off along the outside of the trees here. Careful to stay out of line of sight of these dudes.
Alright. Make a move silently check. Did you do this?
Excellent.
Good thing you have skill.
You start to move. You actually manage to make it around the first tree just fine.
Alright. Is this a restricted area? Am I actually going to get in trouble if they catch me here?
You shouldn't. Well, if you get caught, it's not totally restricted, but you could end up inside the house you may not want to be in.
Eh. I'll just pull the whole, sorry, I got lost looking for the bathroom thing. That always works, right?
Except we're in a forest.
By
Everywhere.
always, I mean ever. So,
Alright.
what, like here?
No, you made it around the first tree, so you're back where you were before the first time.
Damn, we're not counting 0.
No, we're not counting 0. As you start to make it around the second tree, your foot ends up tapping on something really small in the grass, and kicks it a little bit. And all of a sudden you hear, "Meow!"
Going to assume that was your Ken impression.
Not a very good one, but
No, it wasn't a good one. And he just what?
Did anyone hear? Nope.
One of them kind of heard them. I heard the cat, and he's moving to investigate. The other one is as deaf as Helen Keller. I might be wrong, and you just know what it is.
Excellent. I see we are going full on classy for this.
We are. So Zarson, make another move silently check.
Many.
You make it around the next 3 trees to your target without fail.
Cats, you know, they do that.
And in fact, actually, you've managed to move behind your target.
Excellent.
What are you looking for? I couldn't find those earlier either. I was confused.
Can I shoot a dull arrow at the guard nearest to knock him out?
At this point now, you can if you want. Go ahead and roll for hit on that.
Okay, I'm trying just to remember what my bonus is.
That always needs more puppies.
And they each get +7.
You roll for hits. Sorry, not you roll. You do manage to hit the guard. Zarson, go ahead and what are you planning to do with this guard that you now have essentially control over?
Since he doesn't see me, can I just attempt to knock him out, like, straight up? Like, hit him over the head with the loot?
We're going to call this a knockout coup de grace. Since essentially that's the best way I can describe it.
Wait. Not with the loot.
Yeah, not with the loot. That would be a bad idea.
You know, we're in a forest. I find a big enough stick.
You managed to find, as you know what, make a search check on this.
Can I take 10 on finding a big enough stick? $17.
On the ground where you're at, you do manage to find a very thick pole that's roughly about a foot and a half.
That'll do.
You also manage to find a large rock, and you remember that you have some rope in your back.
What am I going to do with the rock and the rope? Sink him to the bottom of the river?
Yes.
Wait, I thought we were not killing these guys.
We're just supposed to knock him unconscious, I thought.
I'm just saying you find it, that's all.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, I throw the rock somewhere over here-ish.
Alright, ping that again for me. Okay.
So, my intention is to get him to come looking this way, so I can sneak up on him and beat him over the head.
He manages to hear the shit out of that rock.
Excellent! It's a very loud rock.
He hears that rock with the resounding force of a small nuclear bomb just going off in his ears.
He was deaf before. He was deaf, and now he has perfect hearing.
Yes, he has wonderful hearing now. He kind of crumples to the ground.
Clearly he was digging the other cat out of his ear before.
He crumples to the ground with the pain of the volume before standing back up again, and goes to inspect the rock that has now fallen.
Okay.
And, well, you pinged over there, so he goes to inspect the rock itself.
And now I conk him on the head.
Alright, coup de grace, he immediately falls since he is now unconscious. You do not need to roll for that. You have successfully knocked him out.
Excellent.
You have a rope. Tie him up.
Yes, I do. I tie him up and then I gag him with the rope.
Okay.
Actually, is he wearing socks?
Make a search check.
I need to make a search check to look in his boots.
That's
taking money on this one.
Okay, fine. You do manage to find some socks, however, you find they are very, very pungent.
Perfect. They'll keep him knocked out.
Nah, I won't be that much of a dick. I cut a piece of cloth out of his uniform, ball it up, and then gag him with it.
Okay. You successfully gag him. Simona, your arrow does knock him out. You nailed one, I think. Hold on, let me see where your rolls again.
Add 7 to each of them. So essentially a 26 and an 11.
Your first arrow does manage to hit while the other one bounces off the tree behind him.
He's already knocked out. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's knocked out.
Excellent. I knew the message smelled.
Alright.
I only needed 1 arrow to hit.
Okay. So, just so I'm making sure I remember this clearly from last week, our goal was to take out the 2 dudes over here, right?
To capture the 2 dudes.
Excellent.
I thought her parents. So it's a dude and a dudette.
It's a dude and a dudette, but yes, I'm just to answer how he's saying it.
Do I see them take out the guy over here?
You do see them. You do see the guy drop.
Excellent.
Tie him up and hide him. Properly.
Yes. I of course hide the dude I tied up instead of like leaving him in the middle of the road because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
Or apparently a revolutionary.
Revolutionaries need to be young and hot-blooded.
I managed to do the same thing, tying up my own guy and putting him in a bush over here.
Yes.
So then you see Austin make a motion. There you go. It's for us to sort of move forward.
Does this tree have any windows?
The one that you're behind?
No, the one with the people.
It occurs to me that it's not as ridiculous a question as it immediately sounds because this is in fact an elf village.
Well, yes. I'm just wondering which tree she's talking about. There are windows. In fact, yes, the house does have windows. However, Zarson, it should be nearing time for you. Your kobold force?
I'm sorry, I missed that. Try again.
Your kobold force?
What about it?
Aren't you sending them in to take them out? Or at least to drug them?
Drugs! They're awesome. Please,
No.
drug them.
No?
I thought that's what the rest of the party was going to do.
Oh, I thought when you said a group of 6, I thought that's what a few men are 6. That's what I thought you meant.
Yeah, well, that does give me about the right number. Fine, I send in the forces.
Have you decided to give them names yet? Because you can. You can name all of them.
Not yet.
Alright, as we start moving down the streets, everyone start making move silently checks.
Oh, freak. Yeah, I have.
Don't I have a thing for that? I have an elixir of sneaking left.
Yeah. I am quiet.
Okay, everyone broke up. What are we rolling for?
Everyone's making a move silently check. We're moving forward.
Okay. Like, for some odd reason, everything was just like, fuck you. Hold on.
Are Garson and I the only ones levels in that?
Huh? What'd you say, Simona?
Are Garson and I the only one with real levels in that?
Probably, yeah. However, everyone does manage to succeed at this. Can you hear us? I cannot hear you talking at all.
Because I had you guys muted. I can hear you guys now.
Okay.
What the fuck is playing music?
Will your mouth still remember the taste of my
Who is playing music? That's not me.
What?
I think she had music there for a second.
Okay, I fixed whatever the fuck was going on there. No, I did not. God damn it.
Is it internet?
My Spotify just started for no fucking reason.
I don't know what to tell you.
Everything just kind of like froze on my computer, then my Spotify started to play.
There's no, I have no answer for that one. As we start moving forward,
Oh, and can I use the message spell to warn the rest of the party that I'm sending in the QRF to acquire the targets?
yes, you can.
Excellent.
How would I do your message spell? Quietly, might I add. You start to form, you form the message in your hands, and you see a dull glow before it zips in a small yellow streak, very almost invisible, across down the street, and slams right.
I think the spell had a visual component. Hold up. That's a bad thing to do while hiding.
It's the streak is almost invisible. Like there's like no one's gonna see it. Like it's tiny because you're trying to hide the message itself.
Fine.
To which point, I look over. Zarson's got sending in his own forces. Free to move up. And we start moving forward.
We lost Simona.
I can see that now.
Everything is all breaking up. I don't know what's going on. I think you guys might lose me soon too.
I'm back.
Yay!
Stupid internet.
Oh, I'll be glad when your apartment finally has fiber.
Yeah, but I won't be living here anymore. So.
I forgot about that one.
We can have many places.
So Zarson sends in his forces, and I start moving forward at least. Our move silent checks allowed us to move forward just fine. As Zarson, you start to near the house.
What's our plan? Do we have a plan?
Yes, I am sending in the QRF, but I am staying in my present location, such that I may suddenly create a distraction to let everyone else get the hell away. Ooh, while I'm waiting, I climb up the tree, though.
Make a climb check. You didn't think I was going to let you do this one, did you?
Nah.
You were hoping.
I have a couple ranks in climb. I'm a bard, I'm a skill monkey. I have a couple ranks in everything.
You start grasping at certain parts of the tree, and manage to get right above this old lady, this window.
All right.
In the wind, make a listen check actually, as well.
$26.
You hear everything in every one of these houses. You hear 5 of them are having dinner.
I did not think you were going to finish that sentence with dinner. Thank you.
In fact, actually, hold on. I'm gonna do this like this.
Oh God, I had to say something.
These 2 right here on this side, and the bottom 3 on the right, are having dinner. The one that we were just next to is kind of actually dead silent. You have no idea why. And you then hear the loud ruckus of sort of the 8 men sort of...
Okay, just went straight up robot. Say that one again.
You hear the loud ruckus of the 8 men in the house next to the Delane family. Sort of milling about. Yep, that one.
Okay.
Just going about and talking and having drinks and laughing. When suddenly here...
Duty?
Huh?
Shit, I didn't even need to worry about these guys if they're drinking on duty.
Well, it is dinner time, so...
Yeah, but they're on duty.
This is also true.
Oh well.
All of a sudden you hear... Oh, this wine tastes like shit. And then you hear a nice the sound of wood hitting meat.
Okay.
And then you start to hear that sound more and more, another 8 times. And you can hear all the men drop to the ground.
Why are they going unconscious?
You then, as you say this, you then see 6 kobolds. You see one kobold open a window, peek out.
I sent them after the 2 dudes that were our targets.
I thought you sent us to 8. I'm sorry.
Yes, 3 each. That way one of them doesn't get lucky and get the drop on my dudes.
Oh, they just knocked him out. They figured it's more pertinent to knock him out.
Whatever, it all works. Unless it doesn't, then I blame you.
You see one look out for a second and look down the street, and then see you for a second, and he kind of puts out a claw, does this, and then you see them scamper into the bush, one by one down the tree very quickly, and they don't. I thought you sent them all in there to help to knock them out. That's what I thought.
Well, I suppose if they're just going to succeed, sure, we'll go with that.
Well, that's the thing is you have insta-give on that, so it's instant success.
Yeah, I was going for the clean way, just grab the targets and leave the guards wondering, hey, where the hell did the guy paying us go? But this works. I can dig it. The dude abides.
That rug really tied the room together.
Right back. I have to use the restroom.
I was about to make another joke. Anyway, we do move forward into the. I move forward around the tree and into the house. I'm assuming I'm followed by the rest of you.
Wee! I'm gonna grab my soup.
Lillian.
You went to the bathroom.
Don't cough, Lillian. Don't try and kill yourself.
I don't know. I haven't.
Okay, so everyone has moved forward. We are surrounding the house now. When Kieran, not Kieran. Sorry. Wow. Zarson, your hearing is still pretty good, and you're hearing them sort of moving throughout the house. In fact, make a listen check to try and maybe pinpoint where each one is.
Okay. And let's see.
Wait, hold on. How many did you roll?
1. Those were the last couple skill checks.
What was the 20 plus 6 again then?
That was the previous listen check, I believe.
Oh yes, that's right. Where you? Okay. You do manage to hear where Kieran is. That he is in the ground floor of the house. You can still hear where Zaleria is. However, you don't exactly know where she's at. I press myself kind of to the on the side of the door as I sort of look at Austin, and he's looking at us to go. I look at all of you and I sort of ask, ready? We ready to go in?
Lillian nods.
That's the party.
Alright, so I'm going to...
Are we breaching and clearing the house now?
We are breaching the house, yes, and clearing it, yes.
Oh, excellent. Do you by chance have a layout of the house? Because I know how to do this.
I have a layout in my head. I do not have an ability to get it for you. However, I know exactly how I was going to breach with this. I'm going to take my mace and swing it right on the connection point of the door.
Okay.
So I actually have to make a check for this. As you decide to move to the house, if you want to go a direction, I will tell you if you can or can't.
Let me look at my...
Can I burst in the door up playing my bagpipes and knock you the fuck out? No, like, seriously?
Is there like a lockpick skill or something?
I have enough to hit the point on the door. However, do you wish to try and lockpick before I do this?
That depends. Are we going for shock? Or are we looking to do this quiet still?
Quiet.
Okay, then I will pick the lock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to try picking the lock if he doesn't. I have 7 ranks.
What, sleight of hand?
There's actually an open lock skill.
Yeah,
No, there isn't this one. Yeah, I got a couple ranks. Let's go for it.
I would say let her pick the lock then, since she is more
7.
capable of it.
Oh, fine. Let her do it.
However, you do manage. It's a standard lock, so you do manage to actually pick it.
Okay. Because, I mean, I brought my own.
I forgot you had that.
I have many skills. Some of them are more useful than others, and some of them are also more likely to get me arrested.
See, mine doesn't work on wood, but it works.
Oh, well, you see, I do have the Bardic Knock spell. No, you don't. This guy will go apart. No, you're not. Hello? Anybody there?
Anyway, you take your picking set and you slide each piece in carefully. You twist, your click. You twist again, you hear another click. On the third one, you hear the last click. And you press down on the handle.
That it's in the other direction.
I'm not exactly basing on directions or not. I'm just saying, don't.
No, I mean, I'm saying it twists farther because you hear the click. That's the pin setting, so the cylinder can rotate a little farther.
Yes, shut it. Again, I'm not trying to be tactical at the current moment here, Dan.
Stop being a smartass. It'll be difficult.
However, your rolling to derail the story is doing very well, might I add.
I have a skill.
You got 22.
Anyway, and the door slowly creaks open. In front of you right now, you see a straight hallway leading into a circular room that has a staircase going upwards and downwards. You see, you also see 2 doors in front of this open room, one on each side. One of them's closed, one of them's open. And the open one is, with your hearing, you realize that is where Kieran is at.
Okay, that is one of 2 dudes.
I'm assuming Lillian knows what this house looks like. This is the house she grew up in, right?
Yes, she does know exactly what this house looks like.
So she knows what room is what and what room usually her parents would be in at around this time, correct?
Yes, but at the same time, you hear... Dan, make another listen check. I'm going to do this one.
Well,
the one thing you manage to hear is you hear Zalaria above you.
Could I try a listen check?
You can try.
so there's someone else above me. Is the person in the room near me paying attention?
At the current moment, what you're hearing is they are milling through paperwork.
Okay. Can I attempt to peek around the door and see if they are facing towards or away from me?
Making moves, I would say move silently check for that one. Would be the best. Or a hide check, either one. It's your choice.
Move silently.
You do manage to see that they're not paying attention, but they are slightly, they're slightly facing you.
Okay.
That was my listen check.
For your listen check, you hear that you actually managed to pinpoint where Soleri is at. The room is on the opposite side of the house above you. She is slightly crying.
Okay. Let's first knock out the dude down here.
Hold on.
I rolled a, but I.
Whoa, okay. Everyone make move silently checks at this point.
You want me to make another one, or,
no, yours is fine. Everyone else are making move silently checks.
Well, we got the same thing, so too bad. I guess it stinks.
Uh-oh.
Well then! Simona, as you start to move, you suddenly trip over a coat rack. And it falls.
Coat rack.
It falls with
It's a coat rack, honestly.
What's a coat rack over an umbrella stand? Serious.
And suddenly there's a loud crash.
Lillian freezes. She's like, oh shit.
Can I use this as the signal to jump the dude in the room?
You watch him stand up. Go ahead and
take the opportunity to jump into the room and cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on him.
Okay, make a, I guess make a roll to hit for that one, because I think yeah.
It is a touch attack, so that'll be a, yeah, it's a base attack, that's Dex. 10.
You barely manage, as he stands up, to hit him with Toxicity's laughter. And he starts laughing.
Excellent. He flaps to the ground cackling.
He starts falling to the ground.
I take the opportunity to tie his ass up.
He has a resistance towards it, right? At least there can be a resistance roll for it.
Yes, you can make the will save.
Does 19 make the will save?
I don't know. Oh, what's that? Yes.
He stops laughing.
I hit him with a stick. Wait, let me check what the effects of that are.
We are so slick.
No. You are so
already committed. We've already committed. We are so far into breaking and entering, it ain't even funny.
And you decided to trip over a goddamn coat rack.
Nope, it just has no effect. He, as per the player's handbook, quote, doesn't get the joke.
Well, think about this dude. Why do you think he'd get the joke?
Because I'm funny.
He casts Toxic Hideous Laughter. As this happens, all of a sudden, Lillian, make a spot check right now.
Ah, fuck. Hello, Mommy.
She's on the other side of the house crying.
Nope, she heard you and him, and I don't see her. Fuck.
You then feel a picture frame collide with the side of your head.
God damn it, guys.
Mother love! My mom loves me.
How many times a day can I use that QRF?
It's done. Game over for that one for the day.
One for the day?
Once per day.
So,
shit.
I felt it, so I turned to the direction of where it came from, because, ow.
Presuming you can.
Yeah, if I'm not knocked unconscious.
You're not knocked unconscious, however, you are slightly bleeding from the right side of your head.
It's a picture frame. I'm assuming it hurt a bit.
Yeah. You see your mother there in kind of formal dress as her long blonde hair is, well, it's usually blonde, is tied up in a very tight bun.
And I'm assuming because of the past experience, Lillian is terrified of her mom.
At this point now, her mother's face is almost fully red, her contorted in anger, her fists are balled, and she's slowly kind of walking, or holding herself up a little bit, kind of walking down the stairs.
Can I just shoot her?
Don't kill her, she's my mom.
I have knockout arrows too.
It's only like a -2 to the attack roll to roll for non-lethal damage.
She then grabs, she looks, there's a vase on a small table, she grabs it and goes to throw it as well.
Yeah, I definitely shoot her now.
Hold on, I have, can I, with my mage hand, can I try to like move the fucking vase that's getting thrown at me?
Only exert up to 5 pounds of force.
Oh. Yeah, you have to more make a dodge roll.
Shit.
I'm guessing 15 hits that one.
You said a dodge roll? What do I use for dodge? Or do I just do D20?
Okay. Yeah. I shot her.
She still has to make the dodge roll because she managed to get off the actual vase. As she starts, you do. It's a bad throw. You do manage to dodge it. You see the vase go through the air. You hear. You arcane using horror, and as you start to say horror, you see her gets knocked out with an arrow.
Lillian, as soon as she gets knocked out, Lillian's like, bitch.
At this point, however, Zarson...
I prefer my mom, and she's an orc.
Huh?
I'm like, yeah, I prefer my mom, and she's an orc. Just saying.
Zarson, at this point, you're still with him in the front room there, with Kieran. So
it's okay. He's one dude. He probably doesn't even have any ranks in an actual class. I could take him.
I have a quick question. I still have that tent with me, don't I?
The what?
The tent?
Yeah, you still have the tent.
Okay.
However, as you do this, let's see. You should be, yeah. He then says, wait.
I'm just gonna get a piece of rope from it. Who?
Your father's now looked at you. It says, Lillian?
He's looking away. I jump him.
Pass the head and he passes out.
I hit him in the head with the loot. The time for subtlety is long.
Before that happens, Lillian looks at her dad and goes, "How dare you?"
You should. You're dead. And then he gets knocked out with a hit in the head with a loot.
18 to hit.
You're dead. No, you're knocked out.
He
-2 because rolling for non-lethal damage.
You hit regardless. You hear, you're dead, and then kabong!
Kabong!
Lillian's confused because
Family reunion. Wait, let's get out of here before more guards show up. This wasn't exactly quiet. We are leaving.
didn't they bring that girl back alive? So he thinks that girl was dead then?
He assumes so, yes.
Oh, okay.
However, okay, Austin comes in. We haven't exactly been quiet. We need to move now. Tie them up and let's get going.
It's like I don't even open my mouth. Let's go!
I start to tie up Zaleria.
Darn, you took the fun away from me.
You don't even need to be in here right now. Just get out of here.
Oh my.
I haul one of them over my shoulders because, you know, they're puny little elves.
And me and Austin take the other one. Everyone right now roll a spot check.
Oh boy. I don't like spot checks. It always means something bad's going to happen.
I rolled well.
You did try to go into the damn house.
Oops. Not equal 3. Plus 3.
As we're leaving the house, we manage to see a large pillar of smoke coming up into the sky over a distance, along a little bit of ways away.
How far away? Are we talking outside of the city, or are we talking outside of the city walls?
Let's go with this speed. I will say knowledge local for this one.
Okay.
Well, I've lived here before. Wouldn't I have known what that means?
Zarson's the one who asked. You cannot tell where in the hell it's coming from. It could be right next to you. You have no idea.
But Lillian said something.
But Lillian, you start to recognize, as you go back through your memory, you came from that direction.
They found the base. Shit.
Lillian goes,
Right.
can't go that way.
What'd you say?
Lillian tells him, we can't go that way. That's where we came from.
Then the screams start to be heard.
Shit.
Leaving!
To the boat.
Leaving where?
To the boat,
This
dude.
building for starters.
Austin says, follow me. Austin starts going, follow me now. Let's go. Let's go. Move. Let's go.
We go.
I'm so dead.
Yeah, we're fucked.
He starts leading you sort of in a different direction entirely, behind houses. In fact, we're going to do this one.
Maybe his men could have done it better than we can. Maybe they wouldn't have been noticed.
Your father is completely out like a light at this point. Your mother, however, you can hear her kind of groan as I'm carrying her.
Can I knock her out again?
Can I knock her on the head?
She's just groaning. She's still out, but she's.
She wakes up. I want dibs on knocking her ass unconscious again.
Okay. We have the pleasure of doing it once already.
Is it considered rude in elven culture if I gag your mother?
Would Lillian be offended? No.
Good,
Gag
I'll gag
your
your mother.
And ruin her pretty little dress, too.
He keeps taking you through the streets. Suddenly you hear guards coming through from behind you.
Back roads?
Well, these are through streets and back road, like between houses and everything else. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Idiot.
I'm trying to get like 3
We're
things set
guards. Do we need to do like a high?
up. Actually, yes, sure. Everyone do a high check.
Fantastic.
How well known are we in the city?
Depends on who's asking.
Lillian's well known, isn't she? Sadly.
She hasn't been here since she was a kid.
A bit, yes.
Nothing going there.
You turn around and dive in front of a bush by accident. But the guards, man, they're not looking at you and they're running through. You see guards kind of going every which way. None of them really in particular. You hear orders shouting, "Fire over there!" and some are going, "Men down this way!" And you're hearing numerous orders being shouted at once from other directions.
Chaos.
I want to roll a bluff check to imitate one of the elven voices and start giving wrong orders.
Go ahead. You need to make a bluff and perform check, actually.
Okay. Bluff. Next is perform. I love charisma-based skills.
You do manage to successfully start shouting orders in random directions that they're noticing, and you see guards getting even more chaotic in their movements and going random ways. One of them, make a spot check.
All of us or just him?
Just him. And this is for Austin as well. You and Austin both see one guard now coming at us and looking right at the party. At which point you watch Austin spring into action as he dives forward, pulling out a small baton from his waistband, pinning the guard to the ground and whacking him upside the head.
Or we could beat a motherfucker. I was going to try and convince him that we were lost.
Well, he looks at you. We have 2 people with us that are knocked unconscious and carrying them. We're not going to make.
They're obviously injured.
They're tied.
To the exit. Point us to the hospital.
We could have a couple people hide with the unconscious people, and the other person could ask what the hell's going on.
Either way, it's done. He rolls the body into another bush and makes sure the feet are inside the bush.
I was going to say, can we see the feet?
Before he says, "We're close, this way, over here now." And he leads you into a small area between two of these trees. And he looks around for a second, and he keeps he does a figure eight around these trees before taking out a small dagger and sliding it into the ground and turning it.
Dude, now is not the time to be stabbing the shrubbery. I thought you said we were getting out of here.
He then pulls up the shrubbery with the dagger still in hand, and you see a stairway down. In.
Back door?
In, now.
It's very bossy.
We go.
Here we go. Hope this isn't a trap.
He leads you down the tunnel and takes the dagger out before lowering the tunnel, the top down himself. And you see what looks like a small safe house. Well, right now you're in darkness. He then goes and lights a small candle and puts it in the torch, and you see a small safe house, a small area for them to hold people. He goes, "We're safe here for now. I have to get in contact with the rest of my team, with the rest of my men."
Do you have something that belongs to them? I can do this.
Yes. And he grabs a small pouch and he throws it to you, and you feel a set of 6 dice. One of my men gave that to me as he lost a game of liar's dice. You can use it whatever you want.
Excellent. I use the message spell to get in contact with this man.
You see this, and it shoots up through the ground in it with the same invisible line almost, and then darts forward.
Which direction does the line go?
Once you see it pass through the ground, you can't see it.
Damn.
When did you develop X-ray vision, Zarzen?
Many skills.
I
don't have a spell for that yet.
I set Zaleria down in the bed, and you're carrying Kieran, right?
Me?
Yeah, Simona.
Sure.
Because you were carrying, I figured you were carrying that because I had Zaleria.
Okay. Yeah. I'm carrying dumb dude.
Her father.
Dumb dude.
Dumb dude.
Be glad it's not genetic.
Well, giving her rolls sometimes, you never know.
Wow, dude, harsh.
Actually, she usually rolls pretty well.
Until you light your sister on fire.
I roll really bad. She
Yeah.
Well, that's just a bit of a Disney moment.
rolls.
Anyway, I set Zaleria down on the bed, and I turn to Lilianne. You really want me to ungag her?
No.
She's still unconscious?
For the moment, yes.
Good.
I thumped the dad down besides the mom. They can be dumb dude and dumb bitch.
Never mind. She is fully awake.
I knock her out with the dad as I
So she's still awake, and he asked that question. She goes, "No, keep that bitch gagged," and like glares at her. She strongly dislikes her mom, in case nobody noticed.
I couldn't tell over the raging subtlety.
That's why I laid the dad on top of her. I laid Kieran on top of Valeria.
Yeah, and isn't he a bigger guy, anyways?
Okay, that's just getting weird.
Yes, let's keep it away from that point. No 50 Shades of Grey in this bitch.
No.
Even Steven's writing isn't that bad. I'm just giving you shit, man.
I know. I still can't get over that horrible rating. Anyway. At this point, even though she's gagged, you're hearing the muffled sounds of
Hey, you said you'd knock her out again. Knock her out.
I didn't say knock her out again.
Alright, we're hidden.
I'm gonna sit next row.
Lillian called Dubs.
Oh, I did. Is there anything hard that I can clonk her with? Oh wait, I have a staff, don't I? No, I don't.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I take my staff and I just.
As you raise your staff, you see her eyebrows furl. Roll to hit on this.
God damn it! I dislike her. I dislike you. Oh my god! My staff breaks in half.
Oh, what'd you roll? Really?
You clock Austin in the side of the head and knock him out.
Oops!
At which point I grab the staff from you. Just stop! Now!
Lillian just sits down like a child.
At which point I take out my mace.
Can I just punch the mom out?
I take out my mace. Are you going to behave or I'm going to use this on you now? So I'd rather not use it on her, use this on you. She kind of nods before I slowly take the gag off.
Oh my god. Poor decision.
And you then hear shrieking. And you hear in Elvish some of the worst anti-sorceress slurs and profanity before I take my mace and whack her right upside the head.
Lillian just shrugs and goes, I've heard worse from her. Like she's not throwing something at me.
However, before she finally falls kind of out, she goes, you should have been dead long ago. You were to me.
That was apparent. She kind of just mumbles to herself.
I then proceed to wake up Austin and your father.
Lillian just puts her head down and Austin wakes up.
What will happen?
Austin looks at you. You're lucky you're cute.
I missed.
Yeah.
Austin then sort of takes his dagger and puts it to Kieran's throat.
Is he unconscious?
He is no, I woke him up. I woke up.
You said you woke up Austin, you didn't say you woke up Kieran.
Yeah, I did. I said I woke both of them up. He puts his knife to Kieran's throat. You are Kieran Delane, yes? Currently now working for my mother? and you see his eyes kind of widen for a second.
I see a glitch.
What do you mean a glitch?
You glitched. I cannot understand what you just said.
Can everyone else understand me?
Yeah.
Okay. He said you see Kieran's eyes widen for a second.
Okay.
He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. You then, considering your current history with your father and what you know of him, how do you react to that, Lillian?
So it's very apparent that he's lying. Well, to Lillian, though, right?
Do a sense motive +3 because you know who your father is.
Don't roll crap again.
Yeah, don't roll a 1 again.
I have 7.
You sense there's no truth behind his words.
Lillian goes, bullshit.
That is no way to speak to your father.
You ain't no father.
We just abducted you. I can talk to your ass however I want. Now shut
You
up.
tried to kill me, Lillian.
I tried to save you from what you
tried
just
to kill me.
Save you from what you just saw. I'm sorry that you're an embarrassment to this family. I'm sorry that you didn't have the same powers as your sister. I'm sorry that I couldn't be the best father I could to you. You're the one who decided to run off.
I had no choice.
You could have not been a sorcerer.
It's not a choice.
Wow, this suddenly started paralleling current events. Hold on a minute.
I just lost my train of thought. Not a choice. You're the one who chose to pick up a spell book of arcane magic. You're the one who chose to sit there and light a forest on fire.
I didn't have control. I tried to become what you are. I can't.
And now, because of you, we've lost both of our daughters.
Because of you. You tried to shut out your daughter.
He looks at you. Do you know where she's been for the longest time now? Because she hasn't been here.
I know exactly where she's been.
Shut your mouth, young lady.
I don't have to. That laugh wasn't in character, by the way.
Dude, this guy's got some issues.
But it's good.
Oh, shit. He's nice compared to my mother.
Abducted out of his home by his daughter and a bunch of strangers, still uses phrases like, "You shut your mouth, young lady."
He then looks at Austin, and I have no idea what you're talking about with your mother.
Lillian looks at him, at Austin. He's lying.
He points to Zarson. Search him.
Excuse me?
Please. Please.
Excuse me? Do I look like the one lying tied up on a bed, mister? I will be declaring who is and is not getting searched.
I'm asking you to search the guy I have at knife point.
Oh. Sorry, I misunderstood that there. Like, something out of character about all things sound the damn same. Not the dad was ordering our ally to search me. Like, no!
No.
Ignore the previous rant.
Make a search check as you go through his body. And you go through all his pockets and everything.
And everything. Mm-hmm.
Do I have to roll a knowledge TSA check?
So I was just about to make that.
8.
You manage to find various doodads and everything else, but then you suddenly come across in his right breast pocket a small pin. As you pull it out, you see the 2 crossed daggers behind a skull.
Oh, that looks pretty evil.
Pretty familiar.
Does Lillian see that he's holding it?
Not yet.
Okay.
What is on your arm?
Sharpie.
Okay.
It's a treat.
It got me for a second. He says, "What'd you find?" And he holds out his hand for a second.
Things. I found things. I found things.
Like anything we can use for a second as part of getting information? You're kind of ruining the interrogation at this point.
I just don't up and kill anyone's parents, surprisingly. I hand him the thing.
He looks
Can
at the
she see
pin.
it now?
You can then see it in his hand, yes.
Lillian shakes her head. I'm not surprised.
That... You don't understand.
Oh, I understand very well.
As you do this, you see him sort of take the back off the pin. Really? And then jam it into Kieran's forehead. I don't understand!
How? That escalated very quickly.
Did I not just say don't go killing anyone's parents?
He's not dead.
Yeah, it's just a pen. It's just got a mark in his forehead. It's like when you accidentally staple your hand.
That big. Tiny pin. Not very sharp.
Skulls. Not that thick. Still a little nervous about ramming sharp objects into someone's skull.
He's fine.
You see him
It's just a flesh wound.
groan and fall back. Ah!
Lillian chuckles. Now you shut your mouth.
I chuckle. I laugh.
Alright. So, stabbing the prisoner. Also a good way to run the interrogation. You mind a little bit of explanation here?
As Bush called it, their enhanced interrogation techniques.
That only works when they're still conscious.
He's
You cannot
conscious.
ask an unconscious man questions.
He's conscious. He's conscious.
Okay.
Just in
Might be
pain.
stabbed with a pin.
He's just in pain. He didn't die. He's still up, still awake. He's just...
Really? Are we gonna argue like this?
Yes, we are. Anyway.
We're all idiots.
What am I thinking pin for that?
He throws the pin to the ground. You're really gonna pretend this isn't yours?
I thought it was stuck in Kieran's forehead.
Well, he jams it in. It doesn't exactly, like, stay there.
That'd be funny.
He looks back at Kieran for a second. You're gonna shoot him. You don't know that this isn't yours. It's in your pocket. I'm guessing there's at least one more in your home. What did you offer them?
5 gold pieces says he tries to blame it on me.
Offer the kobold. Does that? It's not mine. That kobold must have planted in my pocket anyway.
Oh, sure, because I'm a kobold. You racist.
To which point I take my mace and slam it into his stomach.
It's fleshy.
Did you miss too?
Huh?
I said, did you miss too?
Sure, why not make that roll? No, I hit like a boss.
We need to have a talk about what is and is not lethal.
I didn't roll my modifier, so I'm gonna say it's not. So I'm gonna say it's not lethal damage.
See, they keep using that as a concept in these games, and it still doesn't really work. Not with a mace.
Even in IRL interrogations and everything, they frequently punch him in the gut and stuff.
Yes, but that's not with a mace. Maces are designed to focus enough force to punch through metal plates. Your stomach is weaker than metal plates. I guarantee it.
Nah, he has a strong stomach. He was able to put up with his wife all these years, after all.
I don't
No,
know.
that doesn't indicate anything about the strength of his stomach, just his lack of backbone.
Anyway, you hear him groan loudly, and
Would
kind
imagine
of
so.
turn away.
How can he turn if he's like hog-tied? Is what I'm picturing.
Yeah,
Well,
he can't especially turn.
he can turn a little bit. Like he's being held at knife point, but he can still at least kind of.
He's bound.
Okay, but he's not bound to the bed. He's bound at his hands and knees.
Oh no.
We are gonna argue this whole thing all day.
Yes.
Yes.
This is us.
Anyway.
Not sure what you were expecting, boss.
Yeah.
He forgot. It's been too long.
It has. It really has.
Maybe not long enough.
Maybe. He then. Austin then puts the knife closer, digging straight in. Not deeply, just like pressing it to his skin.
Prick.
But not
He
enough
pricked
to
the
cut.
prick.
Right.
He pricked the prick.
You go. He looks. He says, "What is my mother planning? You're the one who has the mouthpiece to the city at this point, so you have to know something." You have actually a truth spell, don't you? Or at least a truth serum, Dan?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I do not know Zone of Truth. Unless, wait a minute. Let me check things out that may not be true.
You're also an alchemist.
I do have profession alchemy. I suppose I could whip something up if someone has, say, a lab hiding somewhere in this bull hole. I don't suppose this thing comes equipped with no chemical lab, right?
Press this magical button. Oh look.
I look around the space. Tent.
Oh, hey. Hello, tent.
Yeah, that magical tent we have.
Nope, Zone of Truth isn't even a bard spell.
Okay. As you watch Lillian pull out the tent, it starts to spring into place and lands to the ground before suddenly opening up in the front. You've never seen it do this before.
I feel like a smile.
Well, the whole front flap, the front flap.
I know. But when you said that, I just pictured like it smiling.
Yes,
It was really weird.
At which point, Zarson, you do see a makeshift alchemy lab inside the front, these tent flaps.
Where did you get this thing?
It's awesome.
Just
Alright.
trust in the tent. Trust in the tent.
The tent is my friend.
Go to work then.
Up top.
You know, with that sorcery magic, she spits it out at her father.
It should have been a 21.
Yeah, I don't know why that says 0, but we're gonna roll this as 21 because I can perfectly.
Because I accidentally typed ++4.
Oh, okay. You successfully make a potion of unbridled truth. This potion will last for 12 hours on the person that you give roughly 4 drops to.
Okay, is there a funnel nearby?
In the tent, you do see a funnel.
Excellent. I acquired the funnel and used it to pour it down the guy's face.
Austin grasps the man's jaw and holds it as you drip 4 drops into his mouth.
Now remember, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but it's going to take a lot more than that to keep me out of here.
Is there still enough left to use on her mom?
Oh yes, he created a full vial of this. There's
Great.
more than enough.
Yeah.
So you then watch his eyes slightly screw up, doing circles randomly, and then roll in the back of his head
Broke him.
before coming back out the same way.
Right, I think I killed him.
You broke him.
To which point you still hear the breathing, and Austin goes, Is he dead? No,
think
I'm not.
so.
No, I'm not dead. Who are you working for? Amaranth removal. It worked. He will answer any question you ask now. So it's up to you guys. Go ahead and start asking.
Well, it's your dad. I'm just the alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist? Whoa.
Mistral-bladed alchemist at best, really.
Austin looks at him for a second. Why did you offer my mother more power over the Elven territory? She already is the leader of essentially the puppet leader of a city. He looks back. The city, yes. I was doing woodwork for every city and for all the major cities plus the guard outposts.
Wait.
If your mother commanded it, she could have sent every elven force north and taken out every other race on the continent. But she wanted the cult to grow. And all of you have been single-handedly destroying her forces over the past weeks. Not my fault that she wanted more help. And all I wanted to do was save my daughter.
Van, he's talking about Van.
No, I'm talking about you. You know what your mother is like. She hated you from the moment she found out that you were able to burn down a forest with arcane magic.
Really?
You tried to kill me.
It's the one accidentally forest fire.
It was that or face her trying to torture you. To beat the magic out of you again. You already know what that's like.
You people are rich. Don't you own books? Magic does not work that way.
I've seen them broken before.
Death was not the answer. I could have just stayed away. Julianne turns her back like a child.
But now you've corrupted Fia. And Anthony.
They chose to follow me. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be here right now.
Maybe your mother was right. You should never have done that.
Oh,
Would have been better. I wouldn't have had you guys as a parent. What?
Are we not gonna go with? Are we not gonna mention the fact that, like, holy shit, arcane magic doesn't make you evil, guy? Like, is no one gonna mention that?
Oh, I've mentioned that my whole life.
Arcane magic is used solely for destruction. It needs to be wiped out.
Hold on. Only for destruction, eh? I cast summon instrument and summon, like, a random harp to me. Only for destruction, eh? Here, hold this.
My hands are bound. I can't hold it.
I put it on his lap.
I don't feel this is arcane.
I can Can I use my spellcraft skill to explain to him that, yes, this is arcane magic?
Sure, you can try. While you're rolling that,
Eight.
You fail. He does not listen to what you're saying. He does not think what you're doing is arcane magic.
I got one. I cast Detect Evil on Lillian. Is she evil?
That depends on your perception.
It's a spell. It straight up tells me if they're evil.
She's not evil, so to you. As you were saying this,
Work that way.
he's set in his ways.
He's like one of those like religious people that just don't believe anything if it's like not written in the book type thing.
Oh, I hate those people.
Yeah, that's my family.
Think Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Except now we're looking at a Westboro Baptist church where God has come down and is saying, "Hey, dumbass, that's not what I meant."
And they would still argue.
Here, let me demonstrate to you this arcane magic.
They would still argue. You realize this.
Yeah. They
Even
would
under truth serum, it would still argue. He does not believe what you're doing is arcane magic.
Okay then, what do I have to do to prove to you that this is arcane magic?
I have never seen a bardish spell cause harm to somebody.
Arcane magic.
The source of my power is arcane. It comes from the world around me. It is not granted to me by a deity.
And so does the magic of nature.
It's
Who's to say
divine
what
magic.
actually...
It's granted by the concept of nature. There's a deity in charge of that. You realize that's how that works, right? Did you ever think to read a book on the subject? Like, put any thought into it all before, I don't know, trying to kill your own damn daughter? I mean, what the hell, guy? I know you elves are big on the whole sons first thing, but Jesus Christ!
As you're starting to go into your rants, you start to hear more racial epithets headed toward, well, classist epithets shot at Lillian from her mother, who is now woken again.
Great.
And
On top of that,
Can I see your truth serum?
she has loosed one of her hands.
Oh shit! She's
which-
going to hit me.
At which point she actually does, let's see, she actually finds, grabs hold of the staff from my back.
Thanks, Anthony.
Actually, it's your staff.
Thanks, Leanne.
Can I cast grease on the staff?
Huh?
Can I cast grease on the staff?
No, I have to hold it eventually again.
He can cancel the spell.
Oh.
Go ahead and cast grease on the staff.
Okay, I don't think there's a ranged dodge attack or anything for it. I'll look it up.
I would honestly say that you'd have to try and cast it on the staff itself while it's moving.
Okay.
Because she's already gripped it.
It says target or area, one object or a 10-foot square.
If there's no hit roll on it, which I'm guessing there possibly isn't.
No, doesn't say anything.
As she pulls it out of my belt, and you quickly cast your grease spell.
Oh, material objects not in use are always affected by this spell. While an object wielded or employed by a creature receives a reflex saving throw to avoid the effect.
Okay. 11. For me, I'm gonna say it does not. That's not the reflex save. She does not make it. As she goes to grip it and pull the staff out, it slips from her fingers and clatters to the ground. As she starts going off even further. I wish you'd never been born, you stupid bitch. You.
I sit on her and punch her lights out.
Oh, I think we eventually want to keep her conscious, so we should
No.
probably stop knocking her
Yeah.
unconscious.
He looks at you. She doesn't know anything what I've done. She didn't know that I tried to kill you. She didn't even know you were still alive until I said anything. That's all she knew.
I must compliment you. This is the single most dysfunctional family my scaly ass has ever seen. Ever. Period. And I've seen 2 worlds worth.
As you keep going, you all of a sudden see the invisible line of yellow shoot down straight into the building again.
Wait. Okay. Fair enough.
And land in Austin's hand. He sort of crumples it up for a second. Not important at the moment. He then puts the knife back onto Kieran.
I grab my staff.
Yeah,
And
grabbing
what's-
staff from Raging Mother, kind of important.
And what's... And she's keeping the lockdown in place so the war vote doesn't go through right now, right? This war is just to destabilize, and she does not want that. She does not want peace in this territory. She doesn't want peace in any territory. She wants the clan back down here, the order of their rule. She will kill every last elf to find this insurrection. So if you want to stop her, you may not have a lot of time anymore. I assume the reason why we're here is that little tree hut you had in the middle of the city is kind of burnt to the ground. This is when you see Kieran's face sort of brim with anger for a second. And he sort of tightens his grip on the hilt of the knife.
Their secret underground base got burnt down.
Well, the tree in front, the tree on top of it, yes.
Dude, in her defense, and I can't believe I'm defending her, you had 300 guys coming in and out of your front goddamn door.
I'm not saying we were the best at what we did.
A blind dwarf could have found it.
That's it. Where is she now? She's in the tower, top floor, waiting for her forces to start sweeping the city and mopping the rest of you up.
I didn't know it was supposed to be mopped up.
The harbor's been blocked off by some of the mightiest warships we have. They've spotted a set of dwarf submarines, however. Kind of strange, but not unheard of. And a dwarf trading party.
I think the lover's coming.
I didn't get that at first, and then I got it. It was delayed.
All of you are going to die.
Keep saying that. Lots of people keep saying we're gonna die, but you know, we're still here.
I'll take you down with me.
To which point he then says, how much does your wife really know? How involved is your wife with her with my family? I don't know how much she knows truly about. I just wrote it. Where did I cut out there?
How much does your wife really know? How much involved is she with her family?
What is going on? This is weird. What?
And you're back.
Hello?
Hold on, it's still trying to get things back. Don't know why the...
Who died?
Everybody died.
Damn it.
Yeah, being able to be. Yeah.
Oh, there's Simona. We're getting cameras back. There's Tiffany. There's Dan.
There
Okay,
you
we're
are.
back. Yay, thank you, Microsoft. Anyway. He goes, I don't know how much my wife actually knew. I do know she met with your mother once a week for a long time. And the sermons that were given in town against the nature of arcane magic itself, she delved heavily into that. You already knew that.
You said sermons.
Yes. Sermons.
Given by clerics of what deity?
We just worship nature herself. The goddess of Etrum. I think that's what her name was. I never put the nature I never put the nature deity in because there's a reason for it, but there's not a nature deity. We just worship nature as a whole.
Alright. Yeah, clerics can totally worship the concept. But, like, sorcerers occur in nature, right?
No. They don't.
They're kind of born that way.
They're an aberrant mutation of what the druids used to do. They destroy while druids heal. Nature cannot take the judgment of a sorcerer.
Again, I can guess. This guy is like 10 feet. This guy is 10 feet deep in a 3-foot crazy pool.
Yeah, he sounds a lot like all the people who argue against gay marriage to me.
Wouldn't be far off. He looks at you, at everyone. Do what you will.
You're not even a little bit willing to accept the fact that you could be wrong, are you?
Huh?
He's still into the truth serum. So.
You aren't even a little bit prepared to accept the fact that you might be wrong, are you?
But I'm not
even
wrong.
With your own daughter.
But I'm not wrong.
Have you ever seen anyone use arcane magic, or are you just listening to, like, someone else?
I've watched her burn a forest down. I've watched her destroy things in our house.
There, when I burnt the forest down. Just gonna point that out.
Can I pull out, like, a tinder twig?
Huh?
Can I pull out, like, a tinder twig, like a match here? Maybe some flint and steel?
It has no matter what you decide to show me. There's no changing my mind. I've seen the damage you can cause.
I want to light a small stick on fire.
Okay, you light a small stick on fire.
Look at me! Big evil sorcerer, I can control fire! Ooh! And you think I'm a barbarian? I hit him over the head. I want to knock him back out.
Zarson is beyond frustrated.
Before you hit him, he looks at you. You took a flint and made that fire on the stick.
Yes! I made one horrific aberration-based thing that occurs in nature, and used it on another thing that occurs in nature, and something lit on fire! Oh my god, it must be evil! I'm clearly evil!
However,
Everybody
you didn't...
stop me before I summon the dark gods and plunge the world into chaos! I did!
Say what you ever will about me at this point, I don't care.
No, I'm done talking to you. I'm just mocking you to your face. Shut your face! Shut your whore mouth!
I'm sorry! It starts to say that to Visit. He goes...
I hit him over the head with the... This is too ridiculous.
He falls knocked out to the ground. At which point Austin says, I'm sure he had no more information, but he's still guilty of attempted murder.
No
shit!
Huh?
So's half this city at this rate.
Do you choose to make it the mother now?
What? Can I hit her again?
Please, we all take turns hitting her.
I'm glad everybody shares the equal hate for my family.
You're part of our group, you're part of our family. They hurt you, therefore we hate them.
And they're ignorant.
Thea would be saying that right about now, actually, if you were here.
Hey, wait a minute. What's on Liliana's spell list? What spells does she know?
Hold on.
More accurately, does she know any that aren't evocation?
On what?
Evocation mastery, sort of.
Like any spells that don't set things on fire.
What still causes damage? Or I have okay.
Probably no damage. I'm looking for something like
I'll just reach through my list.
Monster family.
I have Acid Splash, I have Dancing Lights, I have Detect Magic, I have Mage Hands, I have Message.
Dancing Lights! That'll work.
Yeah, like anything that doesn't actively set other things on fire.
Yeah,
something big and flashy.
Dancing light. I have dancing light. I have charm person, disguise self. Yeah, that's about it. I have protections from arrows.
Protection from arrows. There's the next one.
Why would you need protection from arrows?
It's a useful spell.
The mother is not awake. Austin stands up. At this point, they're of no use to us, but they're going to have to be punished at some point. Might as well be now. I'm going to have to wake them up for this one. Lillian, if he chooses, because we follow the old law, attempted murder for both of them. Because I'm assuming, considering what has been said, they both have tried to kill you.
My mother's aim was never to kill me, it was just to torture me, but, you know, close enough.
I can't go with close enough. However, your father, if he chooses it, would you allow me to carry that out?
He's been dead to me since I was a little girl.
Oh yes, because that will happily solve this little family dilemma. Let's just kill everyone who doesn't believe him.
He's committed a crime. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's the same logic they're using. We committed a crime to them. We broke their laws. Yeah, let's just off them while they're defenseless and tie them up in a goddamn bed. What is wrong with you?
I wasn't about to kill him defenseless. I'm about to give him a choice: imprisonment or death.
Oh, so now you're just an idiot. Okay.
He then pulls out the small book he showed you earlier. Right there. That one says, should you attempt to murder someone without provocation?
Do I still have the stick that's on fire?
Oh no.
No, you don't.
I said I light another one on fire then.
He pulls the book back. You're not lighting this history on fire. That's what they tried to do.
Good, because right here at the end of this flaming stick, that's where it says how many fucks I give about your stupid rules.
Well, right now, I don't have a jail just to hold them, and this safe house is too easy for them to get out.
We should get chains. Or I should sit on them. I'm very big. I could just sit on them.
You're going to sit on them until this insurrection is over? I'm pretty sure I can use you.
Is this nature or nurture? Are elves just naturally inclined to kill everyone that doesn't believe the same as them or that violates the rules, or is this like a city thing?
Okay, so what would you propose I do with him? Because he did try to kill his own daughter.
Yes, and if we abduct him in the middle of the night and assassinate him and leave them for everyone else to find him? Oh look, the big bad guys with arcane magic showed up, took someone from their sleeping in their bed, and then killed him in the middle of the night.
So you want
to really make us look like good guys, and we're supposed to be convincing people that we're the good guys. Because last I checked, we're the fucking good guys!
How many times can you put good guys in a sentence?
So what would you have me do?
Set them free!
So they can...
a demonstration. Oh, here, I've got an idea. How about we take him and Liliana up someplace where a bunch of people can see, and then she casts protection from arrows on them, and then we shoot him with a bow and arrow. And when it doesn't work, we can go, look, see, we used arcane magic defensively. It's not just about lighting people on fire. Hearts and minds!
Were
you to do all of the thinking?
Were you hearing the same conversation that I just heard?
Well, surely not everyone's as unreasonable as he is.
I totally agree with you.
I mean, if literally everyone in the city believes that, sure, we burn this place down around their ears and we leave. Fuck it.
I mean, I in a sense agree with Zarson. I mean, yes, do I wish that they would just disappear? Sure, they've tried to kill me my whole life. However, if we kill them and leave them to be found, that does come back on us, and that still makes me look evil. I'm the only one with archaic magic. It's all gonna come back to me. I'm the only sorceress here. Sorceress. I corrected myself, Saracen.
He then looks at everyone. Fine. Fine. We'll bring them up top. And fine, we'll make a public display.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we use our fancy arcane magics to just set them on fire and kill whoever we want, we're kind of proving that they're right.
He looks at Amaridia. Get her up. And
It's frozen.
Is it unfrozen now?
No, she's frozen.
Oh.
Either that or she's like comatose.
Yeah.
Or she's sleeping.
Simona?
Like hardcore.
I'm still here. It glitched.
No.
I say to Amaridia, he says to Amaridia, get her up. And I grab a... What's up?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let go.
And I grab Kieran. And he goes up the stairs and pushes up the flap. The top of the building. Lillian, you get your tent back into the bag.
Can't leave my tent.
And as you get up, you start to hear a loud voice echoing through the city. And you start to hear, citizens, just calm down. I will explain everything. I know you expected Elder Delane up here, but right now, I had to take his place for the minute. At the current moment, the city is in lockdown because there is a threat of insurrection against our leaders. We don't have any idea who the assailants are, but we do know that we have managed to destroy, or at least partially destroy, their hideout. Do you wish to go closer to said voice or go farther away?
I want to shoot her.
It's a him, but...
Oh.
Yeah, let's go closer.
As you get closer,
Possibly go wrong.
I was gonna say farther away, but I guess closer works.
Hey, look, there's people paying attention to that guy. He's yelling.
As you start to move closer, you realize that he is right at the foot of the very large tree. The large tree that was in the middle of the city before. That towers over the rest of them. And...
Better idea. Let's cast protection from arrows on him. On the guy talking.
Oh no.
And then shoot him.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Okay. I'm gonna let this
Berserk's chaotic and gets bored easily.
Lillian says no. I feel like that's going to be a horrible, horrible.
You start to see that...
From the shot.
You start to see that a massive amount of the town is around this tree listening to him. I advise everyone to stay in their homes. The lockdown will lift as soon as possible. But as of right now, there is no travel in and out of the harbor, nor is there travel in and out of the city through land areas. I just ask you to cooperate with the guards, do what they ask, and everything will be okay. Now, are there any questions? As he starts to say this, you hear the crowd start piping up with questions in every which way, and he's trying to pick them out, but he can't really understand. And he looks at Austin. Looks at you. You wanted public. Ain't gonna get more public than this.
How many guards are there around the platform?
Make a spot check.
All of us?
But
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Everyone make a spot check.
13. Data average
28.
26.
8.
Lillian, all you see is the one guy talking and 2 guards on the stage. Zarson, what you see is you see the one guy talking, the 2 guards on the stage, as well as 2 guards hiding within the hiding on the other outside of the stage itself. They're kind of on. Me and Simona, we see everything they saw before. One guy talking, 2 guards on the stage, 2 guards on the side of it, as well as 3 guards who are inside the crowd in itself, moving slowly. 20 guards on one side of the inside the trees, 20 guards on the other side of the trees. This is obviously something else than it appears to be. And also, you see, Simona, 1 arrow is tipped with fire.
Fire. Yeah. Something's gonna go down, dude. It's like, blah, 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 blah. All these guards, they leave the area. And look, one of them has an arrow on fire. Something more is gonna be going down.
Austin actually says, show me where the one on fire is at.
I point to it.
He looks through his spyglass for a second. He sort of hides back a little bit and points his spyglass out to where you're at. I see him. Arrows on fire. Belt. That's an odd belt buckle.
Oh dear.
Sarson, if you're going to make a move, do it now.
Alright, I take the stage. Time to warm up this charisma and make a perform check. I'm totally just gonna like stroll up to him and be like, ladies and gentlemen, we hereby interrupt your puppet broadcast to bring you a new announcement. This just in, arcane magic not always evil. Here we have the Lord and Lady Delane. I motion for the rest of the party to bring our captives up.
Oh dear.
Look at them, bound, gagged, mostly for saying horrible things about women and children and killing them. So, let's give an example of how arcane magic can be used to defend you, your family, and your loved ones from immediate and deadly harm.
Zarson, make a reflex save and a strength and a fortitude save. Both.
Reflex and fort, huh?
Yes.
Reflex 15, fort 5, apparently.
The reflex was luckily enough to save you. As Austin keeps looking at the man. Why is that belt buckle? He kind of turns the glass a little bit and adjusts the lens. And on the belt buckle, he sees a small inscription of a skull with a skull being in front of 2 crossed daggers.
I knew it! I knew it!
Uh-huh.
To which point, the arrow, he watches the man's, he pulls out again and watches the man's fingers as his fingers slowly ease up on the bow. Sarson, run!
Cast protection from arrows!
Okay, I cast protection from arrows. Hold on.
Pringles. Or something, yeah.
Who are you casting it on?
Zarson.
I stand in front of the arrow and take the shot like a champ.
The flaming arrow hits the protection, and the shield forms. But then
Thank you from our uninvited volunteer from the audience. So, as you can see,
but then drops to the ground, still on fire.
Stomp it out.
Hold on.
It's a torch. Put it out.
Hold on. Has it hit the ground yet?
Okay.
Has it hit the ground yet? As you're trying to stomp it out.
What?
I'm asking you a question. Has it hit the ground yet as you try and stomp
the
it?
GM. I mean, presumably.
I'm asking you. No?
Yes, it hits the ground, so I stomp it out. It's an arrow.
It didn't hit the ground. It managed to touch a certain point that you did not notice on the stage and light a small fuse.
So I pull on my dagger and I cut the fuse well ahead of where it's lit.
Okay, that one works.
So I toss the fuse into the routers. Here, a little bit of example. 1 arrow, flaming. 1 spell, arcane magic. Look, not a scratch on my... Well, I'd call it finery, but that would just be an affront to fashion. So, any questions? Arcane magic, good for you.
At which point, everyone's staring at you dumbfounded.
Yep.
Thank you, by the way, for our volunteer in the audience. If you have any further questions, please forward them to my stage manager. I motioned the guy that was already talking. And with that, I'll be under the pier all week. Here's your captives. Have a nice day.
At least you're lucky enough, because I'm guessing none of those hit.
No, I have a pretty good AC.
The 4 guards pull out their swords, and at this point have started to swing at you.
Okay, how close are they?
2 are right on the stage, the other 2 are on either side of the stage. So the first 2 are within about 10 feet, the other 2 are within 30.
Classiest protection from
I play
arrow
the
line.
bagpipes.
The thing.
You're playing the bagpipes.
Yes.
Why did you make me roll this number? What did I tell you? Wrote down the will save for this, right?
Probably. Let me find out. Let me find it.
Roll20.net is going to hate me for what I'm about to do. You realize this, right?
Oh yes, please, go for it. I assume everyone within earshot falls asleep.
What's the will save on this?
I don't know. I don't have it.
I believe I made it I'm going to say 17 is the will save.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
There was a space in there. There should not have been a space in there.
And wait for it to hate me.
That was a choice. I would have averaged it.
Well, we're going to say this. About 200 of them managed to stay awake. You watch 600 people just fall.
Oh my gosh, it totally reminds me of something from one of my
I continue orating then. Observe! A further use of arcane magic! Not a hair on a single one of their heads harmed, all sleeping peacefully like babies.
And now the crowd has gotten angry.
See? All of them perfectly safe. All they were doing is trying to kill me. And look, not one thing is on fire except that fuse, but that was that guy, I point to the archer.
To which point you then start to see people getting more... If they're so... Why'd you even try to do that? You start to hear people screaming. You just tried to kill us from all I know. They could just be strong people. I don't know what's going on. You
Check
hear...
their pulses. How do you feel?
You then start seeing them throw things at the stage.
All 800 people, really. Every single one of them was abnormally strong.
200.
Were there any women, old folks, women, or children in the crowd?
They're all passed out. Yes, there were.
Really? So, say, that small child was abnormally strong and was resisting the powerful and evil urges of a sorcerer like little old me.
At this point, Austin is grabbing, let's just go.
Fine. Have fun with your destabilized regime.
To which point...
How high is this stage?
About 3 feet high.
3 feet
It's
high?
not very high.
Alright, can I scramble up the tree behind me to get a better angle?
Break free of Austin's grip first, because he kind of got you by the wrist.
That would be a grapple check.
Okay.
I mean, he would have had to make a grapple check to grab me by the wrist.
I figure he just kind of surprised you for that one, but we will roll a grapple check.
Okay, let's go with opposed grapple.
Okay, that works for me. You managed to break free of the grip on his wrist, on your wrist.
I am going for height. I want to get as high up as I can, as quickly as I can.
As you start climbing the large tree behind you, you then watch another arrow fly.
Does he still have protection from arrow on him? How does long defense?
Yeah.
The previous one apparently didn't do any damage, so it only wears off once I've absorbed a certain amount of damage.
Nope, it wears off once you, it stays for 7 hours, I think. So I just read.
You watch the arrow fly through the air, heading back to where you were standing. This time striking the actual podium.
Hey look! Quit setting your own things on fire!
As you start to say this, the entire podium explodes.
From what?
Did you not see the fuse?
Yeah, there was a fuse. A 28 spot check wasn't enough to determine that there were fucking explosives?
You climbed a tree. You didn't defuse the explosives. You just cut one wick.
You never mentioned there were explosives. You said something about a fuse, which I stomped out.
Okay.
Or,
You cut off the end of a fuse that was lit. Okay. You still left more fuse.
Alright. So I didn't say, notice the apparently cartoonish pile of explosives when I climbed onto the stage?
I should have had you do that. That's my bad.
Fine. The stage explodes, fuck them. They all die by their own hands.
Only about the first 3-4 rows of people die.
Well, I tried.
No, arcane magic, everybody's gonna hate it again. Everybody's gonna blame this.
Still.
Yep.
I'd like to point out that the ones that survived should pretty easily have been able to see a flaming fucking arrow blowing it up.
They really should have. We lost Simone again, I think.
Yeah.
You're high enough away where the explosion doesn't affect you.
Cool, what have I got, like 30, 40 feet?
Oh yeah, you got about 45 actually.
Good. I leap off of the tree and glide the fuck out of here over the head of the crowd.
Do you land with the party again or no?
Yeah, presumably. Actually, I've got the height. I'm gonna keep in the air and just fly away with them. Like
What?
over them.
While Zarson has everybody distracted, I'm gonna disguise myself.
I'm helping.
I'm still gonna disguise
At
myself.
this point, Austin wiggles out of your grip. Wait! Stop! Stop! Set us down. Or are you? Wait, hold on. Are you holding us fine? Or well, I didn't understand what you're trying to say. Sorry.
I'm climbing a tree. No, I'm not holding on to him. I avoided him grabbing me.
Well, you said you're flying away out somewhere. I don't remember what. I didn't understand what you're trying to say exactly.
Okay, so what I'm seeing is I am 40 feet up off the ground on the side of a tree, like squirrel style. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to throw myself off of the tree, turn around, and open my wings.
Okay, you've done that. Okay.
Austin is presumably was still on the stage, I guess.
He had moved away. He was blown back, but he's not dead. He's not feeling very well though. At this point now, Austin is kind of staggering up. No. This... And then the guards start descending. And start getting around to us. And they start pointing fingers, and they're screaming and yelling from all kinds of people. You! Get down here immediately!
I'm still flying 40 feet above their heads. What are they gonna do about it?
True. I'm curious where you're heading.
Out the fuck of the city. I'm going for the top of the damn wall.
Okay, we're gonna play with that then.
Fuck these people. They've decided that they have no interest in hearing the truth and would rather blow themselves up. I get the message. Have fun. Kill all of your arcane casters. Then you're going to get steamrolled by the first enemy army that decides that they're going to use things like fire support and modern artillery in the form of fireballs. This problem will fix itself as soon as someone gets pissed.
Why is she... That's... Her internet was really fucking up. He looks... You then see me grabbing Fia and Lilianne.
Right.
Internet went bye-bye?
Yep. Internet stupid.
You then see me trying to grab Fia and Lilianne. We need to move. Zarson!
No shit.
Please! We need your help to come down.
Fine, I land with the party.
And as we start to see the guards come down, then more sorcerers appear.
Sorcerers?
Oh, there are sorcerers now.
You then see Austin's men start to come out.
Good. Austin, order your men to use non-lethal spells only. If we start killing people with arcane magic, it certainly won't help our cause any further.
I'll do my best, but right now we're trying to control the situation here. And you start to see sorcerers fighting, and...
Largest group of guards nearby. Where are they?
You see a group of 3 sort of gathered together, firing arrows at sorcerers as they appear.
Excellent. I cast grease on them. I'm helping.
Okay. You can cast it on people with no problem, right?
I'm picturing, like, the 10-foot by 10-foot area underneath them.
Okay.
As soon as they try to move, they're going to be falling on their ass.
You successfully do this, and they start slipping and sliding along the greased area.
And then we get to say, look, more
non-lethal spells?
Yep.
Nope. There's not even any point in yelling. They're not going to hear me over the combat. There's adrenaline, probably. You can taste it in the air now.
And from that point, we're going to switch before we leave to the tower, where Ramul is watching over with his wife.
Who is?
High Councilman Ramul.
Okay, I thought you said Nerul, and I'm like, well, that's a different characterization.
No, Ramul.
Good.
He's looking over his wife. I thought you said this lockdown was to help keep the city safe, not light the whole thing on fire. It is, my dear. The insurrection will be put down soon enough. You know that. If they're being put down, why did a good chunk of my city just die? What did you do to my city? At which point, he kind of realizes that she's no longer standing next to him. And she's holding a small staff.
Really? She's using arcane magic to further her own ends.
I never said it was your city. But it was fun while it lasted. And she takes us, and she then starts to take her hands and form a fireball in them. The city is mine. And she shoots it straight at Ramul, who's now surprised because he's never seen his wife do this than any time before. And everything you hear on the street now is a long scream, loud, echoing through the city itself, as a body falls from the tower and lands with a loud splat on the cement. And you see High Council woman now, Amaranth, standing over at the top of the tower. Son, what's up?
Wish I had a camera in character right now. Just,
You really think you can try and take this city from me?
How high is the tree?
The tree is actually taller than this tower.
I mean, she's close enough that she can yell to us, presumably.
It's at the end of the road, outside of the tree's distance, yes. But she can still...
Okay. Say within crossbow range, is it?
You could make it within crossbow range if you really wanted to.
A longbow. Because she's the one orchestrating the enemy forces. I say we put a hole in her general.
And we will! Next time. This is where we're going to end it here today, with the insurrection has now finally started. They didn't give much of a chance. And so for us, with all of the D20 Brigade, for Mariah and Allie, who couldn't be here today, Tiffany and Meridia, with Simona and Dan, we just wish you good luck and happy gaming.
And I hope you're setting things up.